Welcome guys, welcome to my channel Marine Sea Time. Today I will discuss about fuel oil line diagram and explanation in ships. So before moving further, let's see some basic line diagram of the fuel oil in the fuel oil system in ships. So during bunkering time, this all system will be on. This all will be in deck. It is port filling number 1, port filling number 2, starboard filling number 1, starboard filling number 2. This 4 will be on deck. From there we will take bunker. So we will take bunker. We have 4 tanks. Number 1 HFO port tank, number 2 HFO port tank. Similarly, number 2 HFO starboard tank, number 1 HFO starboard tank. In each tank, we have approx 600 meter cube capacity, 600 meter cube capacity, 400, 400, 400, 400. So in each tank, we have one suction valve and one filling valve. Here F is denoted as filling and S is denoted as F is denoted as filling and S is denoted as suction. Suction will be from the bottom and filling of the tank will be from top. So you can see that this is the filling line from during bunkering time. It will go and fill the tank. Whatever valve, whatever tank we want to bunker, we will open that valve during the bunkering operation. Suppose that we want to fill number two HFO port tank. So we will open this valve. So we will open FFP2, filling of port number 2. So we will open this valve and from here the oil will go here. So this is the filling valve and this is the suction valve. Suction is always from the below. So we can see here it's suction, 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 suction. So now by filling the port, the tanks, now we will transfer this bunker oil to the respective settling tanks. So these are the settling tanks: HFO settling tank, low sulfur settling tank. So we will transfer this oil to the settling tank. Suppose we want to transfer from number 2 HFO port tank. So we will open the suction valve. We have a HFO transfer pump which is of 5 meter cube per hour capacity. So the pump will take suction from here and it will discharge it to the settling tank, whichever settling tank we want to discharge. We have 2 settling tanks. Okay, so it will discharge over there. So we have transferred the oil from the in our daily watch, in a 4-hour watch, we used to do this. We used to daily see the level of settling tank. If the level is low, then in a 4-hour watch, usually we fill the settling tank to 5 meter cube per hour. Usually we fill this 5 meter cube per hour. So during every in 4-hour watch, we used to fill the tank. Approximately 5 meter cube will fill. So you can see here it is a overflow tank. So let's suppose you have started the pump and you have forgotten to stop the pump. Then all your oil will go and fill the settling tank. It will be here, then here, then it will fill then the tank will be overflowed. So the overflowed oil will come from here to the overflow tank. So if the tank is full, then it will overflow and it will come to the overflow tank. Now in every watch we are draining this oil tank. In every watch we are draining the tanks for water accumulation. Suppose there is a water in every 4-hour watch we are draining the tank because the water will be accumulated on the down of the tank. So we will drain the tank and this drained oil will go to overflow tank. So this is all about figure 1. So we have transferred the oil from bunker tank to settling tank. Now the oil will go from settling tank to service tank, and you know, from settling tank to service tank to it goes through a purifier. So here you can see that we have a HFO low sulfur tank, HFO low sulfur service tank, HFO service tank, HFO settling tank. So we have a settling tank over here and here. We have a HFO purifier supply pump. Number 1 HFO purifier heater, number 2 HFO purifier heater, number 2 HFO purifier, number 1 HFO purifier. So this is the suction from here. The supply pump will take suction, and from here, from the supply pump, it will go to the HFO purifier heater. HFO purifier heater. We can interchange this too, because if you want to, suppose you want to put from number 1 HFO purifier supply pump, we can interchange through number 3 valve. This is This is the number 3 HFO valve. So we can open this and we can transfer from number 1 HFO purifier supply pump to number 2 HFO purifier heater. We can interchange this by this interchange valve. We have also number 2. Here you can see number 2. Number 2 is the bypass heater valve. We can bypass the HFO purifier heater also. So the oil from HFO purifier supply pump will go to HFO purifier heater, and after heating the oil, it will go to purifier number 1 HFO purifier. We have a recirculation 3-way valve in a purifier. If suppose during sludging or during discharging operation, the recirculation is taking place on the HFO purifier, so the oil will be recirculated. Back. If you can see here, I have shown here. This is the sludge tank. The sludge from the purifier will go into sludge tank, and the purified oil will go into the service tank. You can see here, it will go into the service tank. And the recirculated oil, this one is the recirculation oil. It means the oil has not gone to purifier, it will directly be circulated to the settling tank. So this is the recirculation line to the settling tank. Same in case of number 2 HFO purifier. So here we have seen that we can bypass the heater valve, and by bypassing the heater valve, we can directly send the fuel oil to service tank. We can directly send the oil to service or settling tank. So we can send from number 1 HFO purifier supply pump to number 2 HFO purifier heater through number 3 valve, and we can bypass the HFO purifier heater through number 2 valve. Also by number 4 we can bypass the heater and the purifier. So all the arrangements are given. We can bypass anything, we can do any sort of thing during an emergency condition. Now we have taken the oil to the service tank from settling tank. Now from service tank we will take the oil to the main engine, to the fuel pump of the main engine. So here you can see from HFO service tank oil comes from here, or from diesel oil service tank. Generally this we don't use. We use it during a special area condition only. During in special area we will use the diesel oil or low sulfur fuel oil. So here from the service tank the oil will come into a 3-way valve, and through this it will go into HFO purifier supply pump for main engine generator engine. So for both main engine generator engine we supply HFO only, heavy fuel oil. So we have 2 HFO supply pump which is of 4.3 meter cube per hour. Both of them is of screw pump. In my ship it was both of them was screw pump. You can see here safety valve. If suppose the pressure, it is set of 4 bar. If suppose the pressure is very high, then the safety valve will bypass the oil from the discharge side of the supply pump to the suction side. Okay, so this is the safety valve you can see here. After passing from the supply pump, it will go to the circulating pump. HFO circulating pump capacity is 9.3 meter cube per hour. We have 2 circulating pump, screw type, auto changeover. If one fails, then second one will be automatically restarted by the pressure switch. So from supply pump it will go into circulating pump, and then circulating pump it will go into the number 1 or number 2 heater, whichever valve we have opened it will go through this. In heater we have safety valve, and also we have bypass valve, safety valve and bypass valve. After passing through the heater, it will go to the HFO auto filter, which is of 35 micron. Then it will pass through viscometer. We have a temperature control valve here. There is a controller over here. You can see here is a controller, steam controller. So here the controller, the viscometer will measure the viscosity of the fuel oil, and it will give to the controller. The controller will then through the controller will then maintain the supply of steam to the heaters. So the viscometer will measure the viscosity, and accordingly it will maintain the flow of steam to the fuel oil heaters. So after passing through the viscometer, we have a generator fuel oil. It will go, one line will go to generator engine fuel oil supply line, and the other will go into main engine supply line. So this is the one, it will go to the main engine, and the other will go to the generator engine. So Here you can see it has gone the fuel oil. After heating and all that, it will go into the fuel pump, and from the fuel pump, the discharge line, the outlet of the fuel pump will come over here, and then it will go into a venting tank. This is the venting box. This is the three-way valve. Usually in my ship, this oil will go directly to the service tank. It will not go to the venting box. This valve, three-way valve, was connected to the service tank only. So we have a venting box. You can see in the venting box we have a sight glass. We have a sight glass. If suppose uh, if the venting suppose it is over, venting box is overfilled, then through the sight glass it will, the venting box has a automatic deaerating valve. The venting of the HFO goes through a side glass and is drained to the fuel oil overflow tank. Thus, there is prevention of airlock into the fuel oil system. So this deaerating valve, automatic deaerating valve, what is the function of this automatic deaerating valve? The function is that is to prevent airlock into the fuel oil system, which can be due to the dissolved water in fuel oil or from the supply pump suction side. So, to prevent the airlock in the fuel oil system, which can be due to the dissolved water in the system, we have an automatic deaerating valve which will release the air to the overflow tank. And you can see in the diagram there is one connection from the venting box to the suction side of the circulating pump. So the discharge of supply fuel oil supply pump and this two will mix and this two will go to the circulating pump. So the suction of the circulating pump, fuel oil HFO circulating pump, the suction comes from two places. One is from venting box and other one comes from the fuel oil supply pump. So I hope you understood this diagram. So in the diagram we have seen that settling tank oil can also be sent to fuel oil supply unit. Number 1, HFO purifier supply pump can send oil to number 2 heater and vice versa. Purifier heater can be bypassed and can directly send oil to purifier. We can bypass the heater and after the HFO supply, purifier supply HFO to heater and can send directly to settling tank if there is a problem in the heater. Engineer must be well conversant with the fuel oil and lube oil installation on board and various associated functions such as bunkering, transfer, purification, combustion and disposal. Fuel oil are carried in tanks in the vicinity of the engine room for daily use. Oil is first transferred by the transfer pump to the settling tank and then brought to the purifier clarified to the service tank. So we have a sludge tank also. From the purifier, the sludge goes to sludge tank, and from the sludge tank, it is sent to incinerator, and there the sludge is burned off. Steaming, we have a steam supply to the all tanks, so that the fuel oil viscosity can be reduced before it is pumped to the system. And in each steam line return line, we have a steam trap. From the steam trap, the condensate steam or condensate water goes to the hot well. And if suppose there is a leakage in the steam line, then HFO will go into the steam line, and this can be checked in the hot well through the observation tank by a sight glass. So in a hot well we have two tank, observation tank and one is hot well. So in observation tank we can check whether if the steam line leaks, then the HFO will and the oil will go into the steam line, and we can deduct in the observation tank. Heating temperature of bunker oil should not be more than 10 degree below the flash point. So generally the flash point is 70 degrees Celsius. So we have to maintain the temperature below 60. Usually 50 degrees Celsius we maintain. So you can pause the video and see. Otherwise I will give on PDF below. You can check out from there. Separate service tanks are provided for diesel oil and bunker fuel oil. Oil tanks are provided with overflow pipes leading to overflow tank. So during bunkering planks should be disclosed at the bunkering station. Study the SOPEP manual and take precaution to avoid oil spillage on the deck and into the sea. Record sounding of all tanks all the time. Overflow tank must be empty. So during bunkering the overflow tank must be empty. Decide the quantity to be taken and the tank to be filled. Maintain communication with the shore bunkering station and duty officer. Keep firefighting appliances in readiness. Connect the shore pipeline to the bunkering land and proper joint between flanges. Open appropriate valve and start receiving the oil. So we have to set the line before taking the bunkering oil. Do not fill the tank to full capacity as there may be possibility of overflow. If one tank is nearly full, open the valve for another tank before closing the valve of the first tank. Keep taking sounding of the tank to ensure proper flow to the desired tank. Determine the quantity of oil received on board. Take sample of oil while receiving bunker and seal the bottle for use in case there is a dispute later. Note the property of oil, particularly specific gravity, viscosity, flash point, calorific value, sulfur content, pour point, as content, etc. So I have explained you everything, guys. I will give one PDF. I will give one link below. You can go to that link and can find the diagram. So I hope you all understood. If you like the video, please like and share. If you haven't subscribed till now, subscribe the video. Thank you, guys. God bless you all.